I've added a few more mods, though they don't really do too much. They're a bunch of just really small mods that I may or may not actually use. But I was looking around for like a major mod to go alongside Medieval Times, something like Zombie Apocalypse or something like that. But zombies in particular is still stuck on Alpha 14, so I guess the developer of that mod's pretty busy with life, which is totally understandable. So that'll be for another day perhaps. But I did install a few more things. We've got the wildlife tab that just sort of gives me an at a glance listing of all the animals that are out in the world, so I can more easily find ones that are actually like on the prowl and hunting for us and stuff like that. The things like timber wolves and wargs and all that. I'll probably never remember to use it. A trading spot just gives you a spot to put down, and traders are set to, when they arrive, go there. So they don't just kind of hang out in some random corner of our colony. Miscellaneous training is probably the most significant mod that I installed. It, well, maybe not, but it gives you a shooting range and martial arts dojo type thing for training. And then there's an archery target that you can build for a joy activity, which is kind of cool. A little bit of variety. We've got the efficient light mod, so wattage from standing lamp is reduced from 75 to 25, just because I like throwing lights around in areas that may or may not necessarily need it technically, but it looks better if there's a light there. So I can do that more freely. Sun lamps are still 1600 watts though. I don't think I'll be doing sun lamp farms in this playthrough, but we'll see. I might be able to install that mod after the fact anyway. But moving on, we've got the fuse mod, so we can, through a little bit of research, make a simplistic fuse that needs a component after it blows, or the circuit breaker eventually, which I think is the spacer technology, so that'll take an extra long time. And that is just they both just absorb some of the wattage discharge whenever the short circuit event happens. So you don't have to worry about the conduit just exploding in some random spot as much. If you have enough fuses, you can totally mitigate the entire thing. But again, it's a little bit of research. The simplistic one requires components to replace, and the circuit breaker is a very fancy tech that is just, you just reset it manually, which is quite nice. More trade ships, because I like having a functioning economy. I like being able to buy and sell stuff. I think that's a cool aspect of the game, and it was largely removed after Alpha 12, I think. Maybe it was after 13. Trade ships just stopped showing up as often, and it made me really sad. We've got crafting hysteresis, so we can set a minimum as well as a maximum. So basically they don't worry about doing the crafting or cooking or whatever until we're below that minimum, which is quite nice. And the animals tab, mostly just for funsies. A lot of the stuff's already in the game, but it allows me to rename animals, which is pretty cool. so we could do that. Jack Sprat can finally be a dog. God, that was forever ago. We've got also some changes to the medieval something scenario. We are still 5 people. We are now a tribe though. We are no longer a colony, so we are technically Neolithic. And because the game considers us Neolithic when really we're medieval, I have multiplied the research speed by 200%, so that puts us on par with medieval tech. We no longer have silver, we no longer have a bow, we now just have 90 berries, 24 medicine, 3 longbows, and an additional steel mace. So much simpler in that regard, and we'll still be playing with Cassandra on a rough. Feel free to pause and look over your stats if you'd like, but we've got Wheatley, greedy, lazy, and creepy breathing, but pretty good at growing in art. Actually, most of us are good at growing, it's quite nice. We've got Rames here, the pyromaniac, who's a nudist and psychically sensitive. Muscuyens, masochist and proslophile. Rogue, who's a pyromaniac jogger. That means we have 2 pyromaniacs, which is kind of annoying. And Cocoa Chestnut, the fast walker who's too smart, but also an optimist. So that kind of offsets pretty nicely. Everybody's mostly equipped with a weapon. Muscuyens is heading down for his longbow. Everybody else is set to haul. Wheatley's getting the medicine. Rogue's getting some berries. And Cocoa Chestnut getting some berries as well. So we should be able to haul everything up and around this mountain into what will be our little nook. I sort of I feel sort of obligated to try this out because it's so defendable. Much nicer than what we had last time. I think what I'll be doing eventually sometime during the second year is mining through here, creating a tunnel, and expanding out and being part of this as well. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 areas to defend. I think that could be kind of interesting. It'll give us more space to work with because this is enough for how I usually build, but I'd like to spread out more than I normally do. I'd like to give that a shot for once. We've got, other than that, it's kind of a choke pointy area up to the northeast, and the northwest is just kind of scattered. It's like large hills over here. Not a whole lot going on. Load of rich soil though. Oh my god. We don't have much rich soil over here. All we've got is just a bit around this mud here and a bit here, which we are growing. Heel root down here. Cotton over here. Hay grass around that rich soil. Some smoke leaf down here, a little bit in the rich soil. And then strawberry plants up here. I'll need a lot more strawberry plants, actually. I sort of designated the zones after I put them down here and there, so I sort of didn't really know how much of what I had. There we go. So strawberries, hay grass, cotton, heel root, and smoke leaf. Just to help us out during the tough times. So that's a lot of growing, but we actually have a lot of growers. So the work orders are as follows. Basically, feel free to pause and give that a look over if you would like. Things like mining and crafting I don't currently have done. Same with hunting because I don't know who to have that. We'll see if I've got enough of stuff set up, but basically we're doing plant cutting first thing across the board, except for Cocoa Chestnut, who's doing research first because they're they're too smart and also interested in it, so they'll get pretty good pretty fast. So let's let them get going here. Oh, the world and all that. We are Yolanda, the largest size of Yolanda, and our coordinates are 8533 east and 2027 north. So I wanted a place that's a bit warmer rather than a bit colder because I don't like having to throw around torches just everywhere. I quite enjoy having to cool off rather than warm up in this game. It's just it's easier, more aesthetically pleasing, and less annoying that way. It looks like they got everything, which is quite nice. The defensive system that I've got set up here is stone chunks or slags or whatever, just to slow people down here, and then along the pathway here will be our traps. So it's got that weird wonky thing about, I can't show you, but about like, oh, if they climb over this, everything adjacent is an obstacle, which seems to be sort of a made-up rule that only applies to those, because I swear deadfall traps, I've had whole lines of them and every single one of them could be tripped. But oh well. So what I've got is a gap in between. So that'll just be dead space, which is fine. I think eventually what I'll do is I might get rid of those really basic traps that Medieval Times gives you. I don't know, go for deadfalls instead, like stone, something that won't just burn up. So then when I go for murder holes, it'll be a little easier. I don't know, we'll play it by ear. I might just also have just stone everywhere and then just have murder holes. I don't know, we'll see. All the plant cutting being done, we need to zone up roof build area. Something like that. See if we can get that done real quick. Constructing isn't being done until after plant cutting, which is fine. Get all the shit chopped down. That'll be a bunch of wood for us. We'll have to hunt all these small critters here, and eventually then probably fence up here to prevent them from coming in. So I guess I could go for that straight away. And then just, wood gate. Well, actually, because of the way they'd probably path, we'll go wood gates along the outside as well. There. And then chop wood up here a little bit for all that stuff. Not a whole lot. Just so it's in the vicinity, it makes it a lot easier. Deconstructing some sandstone here as well as the floor. That should be enough for the stone hearth, which should be kind of nice. Oh, some trees that I left designated way down there. Thought I canceled all those. Just because they were a bit far off the beaten path. And now heading up here. Good. We'll be adjusting priorities as time goes on. It's just for now I need a shitload of wood so I can construct everything that I need to construct without having to worry about it. We don't have a whole lot of berries. Well, we kind of do. Over 100 now. Looks like a couple of the berry bushes were harvested. So that's that, and then we should have constructing happening. They'll deconstruct first. Which is fine. Takes a little while, but it ain't going anywhere. Then we'll fence it up, hunt the animals, so this is like totally definitely our food. It's just a bunch of small shit. Rats and boars and raccoons. Ugh. Horrible. Some nice big muffalo up there. It'd be nice to trap them. I don't think we'll get that lucky though. And late in the day, the time is as follows. It's sort of my standard thing. Bit of joy at the beginning of the day, bit of joy at the end of the day in case they slept in or whatever, or need to go to bed early or something. Basically, shit happens. Expand the home region. This will all be our home. Ooh, is that plasteel? Oh shit. A lot of plasteel. Nice, didn't notice that. This is our area. Ah, yes. That'll work. How we doing for food? I know the critters are probably eating it and all that. Doing okay. We'll have to go for more harvesting in a bit. Go for, just for the time being, a simple research bench. We'll throw it over here, just for now. Mining can be done by basically anybody. We're all horrible at it. You guys are busy growing, so I guess we'll have musket. The muskins is really horrible at it. So is cocoa chestnut. Cocoa chestnut's too smart though, at least. So if there's any mining to be done, go for that. I took you off construction, which is fine. Go back to the fencing. It's alright. I had you on for a brief moment. We need just a little bit of steel. Yeah, that'll grow real fast. Too smart's great. It's just the potential to break is so annoying, but he's an optimist, so it sort of offsets. Good going, Muskeons. Okay, and then just go for a quick little stool or something. Actually, dining chairs are technically more comfortable, but we'll just go for a stool. That'll be fine. And then you can go off and do the research for the medieval technologies. Yay. Yeah, it's because we're Neolithic, cost multiplier 200%. That's why I multiplied it by 200%. So it's effectively 100% now because we are medieval. So there. So work on that, and that means the kitchen and all that'll be a lot easier. We can do hunting. Well, let's. Yeah, I sort of have to, don't I? Because I can't really get the, I can't really get a fridge up. So yeah, it's just gonna have to be whatever. We do this bonfire. We could do the kitchen dining over here, something like that. Somewhere near the crop, so it's an easy hauling job into the freezer. And kitchen dining, we could do bedrooms, something like that. Workshop, prison. Go for putting this up there. We'll go just wood wall for now. We'll floor it up later if I need to. And stockpile zone. This is... It'll be important, clear all, allow rotten. any and all corpses. And then our freezer will be a critical importance place for non-rotten corpses. And do make sure you roof that up afterwards. Muskans, you are horrible at constructing. Toe. We don't really have anybody who's good at constructing, though. Wheatley, sort of, but he's like super good at growing. Like I said, just about everybody's good at growing. It's really handy. Roof it? Oh no, you won't because the roof build area is not even set, because it's not a complete room. And it looks like that bit there. We'll delete that corner, because I think that's too far away from support, so that's fine. Berries running very low on berries, so see about harvesting any more that we can. There we go, there's a few there. Just to get us by for the beginning bit here. We'll go for the bedrooms first. So we could do... that could be an okay prison over there. Go for... was anybody greedy or something like that? I think Wheatley was. Yeah, Wheatley's greedy. Oh, Rames is a nudist too. I forgot to do that. Rames. Nudist. If you do wear anything, make sure it's top quality. 55. You guys too. Beautiful. And I guess we'll do this stuff. Beer if you're below 50. Smoke leaf if you're below 40%. Don't bring any into inventory, please. And that's everyone. Because mood. Whoa. Okay, yeah, happily nude. Massive spike. And then extremely low expectations. New colony hope. Lover rogue. Oh hey, Ramson rogue. Check that out. What else do we got there? Social. Okay, your lover's rogue. Wheatley's your sister. Yeah. Okay. Cocoa Chestnut. Okay, Cocoa Chestnut Muskians are lovers. Rogue and Rames are lovers. And Wheatley is Rams's sister. Wow. Okay. That's... I didn't notice that. So, not only are almost half of us power maniacs, but we'll also basically all break if anybody dies. Okay. What still did we get there? Shoddy. 0.35, that'll prevent you from being uncomfortable. That's about it, though. That is about it. Okay, so we got tons of wood. Got a few berries. We're working on medieval technologies that'll eventually get us to food production. We need to do bedrooms. I keep forgetting. I keep getting distracted. Bedrooms, we'll put a couple big ones down here. Alternatively, I could just go for a kitchen and dining over here. Prison. Bedrooms. Nah. I don't know. Something like that. So you're 7. 7, yeah. So 7 by 9 internally, that's plenty large enough. And if it's not, then I'll fucking... I'm gonna... It should be okay, though. Chop any of the woods in the area, really just cut plants that are in the area. Just get rid of anything that's over there and in the way. Get all that shit hauled out of the way. And then... I mean, really, flooring doesn't do much without art, but we could go for some early art. That's 384 wood that's being spent there. We have just over 2,000 though, so that'll be okay. And then try to get some cool double beds going. Aw, yeah. And there you go. That will be for Wheatley, who's greedy, and I guess anybody else can go in there too. You're not jealous. Yeah, you just want a really impressive bedroom, which we can't quite do yet, but we can at least try to reduce the negative mood, because right now it's -8. We can probably bring that to -6 with just the sheer size and bed alone. Should be okay. We can clear that. Yeah, not a whole lot of rich soil at all. A lot of it's over here. So we got the strawberries growing in that. We got some hay grass growing in this. The cotton will be a while. We can't use that for a while anyway. The herbal medicine will be a while, but that's fine. We started with a good bit. The smoke leaf will be a really long while. Some of that's in the rich soil, but this stuff takes, yeah, 7 days. So roughly an entire season, because it doesn't grow at night. So come summer, we'll have some smoke leaf. Should be okay. We'll probably be getting hit by some fairly extreme events by that time. So the smoke leaf will help us get through it. Yeah, I'm just going to cancel the floor for now. It's too much work. It doesn't take long, I know, but still. Need defenses, but we are armed, so we'll be okay. We can handle it ourselves. Food, we barely have enough for today. We need to do a little more harvesting. Those are just standard bushes, bushes. We might need to do a quick butcher table and campfire. Yeah, some bushes here. A little off to the left, don't fail. And a little off to the right, that's about it though. Should be about 30 per-ish. Yeah, roughly. That'll be enough for today. Working on the bedrooms, cool. And then Mulskins is working on that though. Construction. Who is the best at constructing? Wheatley. No, Mulskins, don't do it. Wheatley, do it instead. Wheatley's slightly better. He might get like normal, which would be great. Shoddy. 0.53. We'll need to do better. Really? Why? You just do that even when you're in a really good mood? That's super annoying. Thanks, Rogue, for mentally breaking at 74 mood. Cool. I didn't know they did that at that. I thought that was just like a minor break thing that they did. Poor mood. Or poor quality. 0.64, that'll work. So site owner, that is Wheatley. And then this can be, I guess, like Cocoa Chestnut and Muscans, I guess. Something. You two were together. Yeah. How long are you gonna do this for? That's really annoying. Defensive systems will go for, well, food storage requires smithing first, so we'll go for that. Smithing first, defense can wait a bit. And then structure walls just for standard bedrooms now. I could keep doing large bedrooms, I suppose, but the thing is, like, there's no reason to, because the moodlet that you get for being in a wide open space, it changes so frequently. So it's like, as soon as you leave, it updates pretty quickly. So like an hour or two into the day, whatever amazing space you were in no longer matters. Whereas comfort lasts just forever. So really just small, cramped, shitty bedroom. And going kitchen and dining up here. We could put some bedrooms like far to the left, far to the right. I don't know, we'll see. Small shitty bedrooms works just fine if you have a nice bed. I'll go a little larger than that though. There. So we can still fit a double bed in there because we have a few couples. There, and I'd like to get you guys out of here and up into here. So we'll go for that. Another one on standby, and then that guy there as a spare. It's nice having the couples. It means I need less beds, less bedrooms. Yeah, you get catharsis. No idea why you broke. None. But okay. Catharsis, low expectations, new colony optimism, opinion of your lovers, spacious interior, wherever you are. You're actually outside. Oh, it's because we did this. This is all considered indoors. That's broken. That's really broken. But okay, this is all one big room. Look at this bedroom. Oh my god, it's extremely spacious. Huh? Okay. Whatever, man. And you guys just working on the preliminary defenses here. Orders, cut, plants, just whatever's up here, make this a big dead zone. Visitors coming by, adventurers, Hamlet, they have items to trade. Very nice. Tony Beagle. And that's it. What do we got here? Adventurers, Hamlet, right? Braxotaxos, the hostile tribe. The Crowned Hawk, the medieval society who tolerates us. The Archaeologists Estates, who also tolerate us. They're another medieval society. The Reapers organization. Hostile. Reapers don't exist. And the Snipers of Victory. Okay. And zone area stockpile. Yeah, these just go all the way across. I might just do stone chunks, the entire damn thing. The problem with that is I think that them moving across the stone chunks, they'll always be in cover effectively. I don't know exactly how the game handles that. So that might be a bit of a problem. Let's, while we're up here, harvest if there is anything. Yeah, there's a bunch up there. There we go. Do that and haul it down. That'd be great. Work on that. You work on that. There we go. Frames, work on that. Wheelie, a little bit up here. Haul it real quick. Okay, there we go. More food. Oh, right. Nudist. Yep. I feel like we're behind on construction a little bit here. Because we are. We only really have one constructor. The growers will be doing it after plant cutting and all that gets done. So there's that. They were hauling first, though. So I guess we'll do that and then haul, then clean. Whoa. A lot of spacecraft. Shemston. Kessel Krug. Kingdom of Krug. There we go. We've got negotiating Cocoa Chestnut sleeping. There we go, plenty of food. And going to research, but first... Oh, where's your buddy at? Oh, way up there, alright. I could just take you guys prisoner right now. Tempting. You know, pack a wool jacket. It's awful though. It still does the job though. Slows you down a little bit. Barely anything though. They've got go juice, hearty stew, simple meals, components, medicine. Man, I don't have any silver though, nor do I have stuff to sell. So, oh well.